Hello. So in this video, we are going to see what are the different types of CSS. That means what are the ways that we can apply the CSS on our web pages. So let's start from the first type, what are the types? Inline CSS, internal CSS, and external CSS. Okay. So inline CSS, internal CSS, that is for web page, and external CSS for the whole website. So I'll explain one by one. So let's start from inline CSS. So if you're applying a style on a particular element like heading element or footer element or H1 or paragraph, or just specifying a particular element and applying a style on that particular element, then it is called inline CSS. Okay, so how we can do it? So to do it, we have to use the style as an attribute to that particular element. For example, here we are going to change the color. Color is the property name to change the font color. If you want to change the font color of H1 tag, then you have to apply this as a style attribute. Okay, so in H1 tag, you have to add a style attribute. Inside the style attribute value, you have to specify what property that you want to change. Here, font color. So the syntax for font color is you have to specify color. And this one is color value. So here, this code simply means that you are going to display the H1 heading with red color font. Okay, and you can look at this code, the same thing, you are adding one more value here. Inside the style attribute, you are adding one more property, that is background color. So this is the keyword to change the background color of a particular tag. Okay, so here you're saying that the background color is going to be this. So this is the gray color. The value of this is gray color. So simply what it will do, it will add the font color of the H1 in red and add the background color of the H1 in gray. So that's what you're looking at this result. Okay, so the background is gray and the font color is red. So this is how we apply inline CSS on a particular element. So inline CSS is to apply a style on single tag, single element. Okay, so we can move on to next. So the second type is internal CSS. So in internal CSS, we will change the style attribute. We will just apply the style to the whole web page. Instead of a single tag, we will apply it on a whole web page. How we are going to apply it? We will apply it as a style element, like a tag, like normal HTML tag. We will apply the style using this style element. Where in the previous case, we use the style as an attribute, but here we are using the style as an element. So where this could be added? This could be added in the head tag. Remember, we will add the title, all those stuff in the head tag, right? So that we have to add this style element. Inside the style element, we have to specify what we want to do. For example, here you can say in this code, we are saying that the body tag, the body element should have the background color of black and the foreground color of red. Okay, sorry. So that we are specifying that should be applied on this body. So this is called selector. We will discuss about that later. But all you need to notice is we are applying the style as a style tag inside the head tag. So this style will be applied to the whole web page. Instead of single tag, it will be applied to the whole web page. So using the internal CSS, you can apply the styles on the whole web page instead of single element. Okay, so this can be applied by using style element. So the next one, so in internal CSS, you can just specify what element and what style you want to apply on what element, body, H1, H2, paragraph, like that. You can just specify the selectors here, and then you can just specify what property you want to change and the value of the property that you want to change. Okay, so this is the syntax for the embedded CSS or internal CSS. So the next type that we are going to see is external CSS. which is widely used one, and mostly you will apply the styles using this third type, external CSS type. So what is this external CSS? So CSS style rules will be written in a separate text file, in a notepad file or in any text editor. You will just specify the specifications like this. Do you see? In a separate file, you will just say what style you want to apply on what element. So this is called selectors, on what element you want to change the style, and this one is called what style you want to apply and what is the value. For example, you can say the background is going to have this setup. Okay, this is going to be applied on this body tag. Similarly, you can say what is the padding, what is the, you will learn, I don't want to confuse you with many things. We will learn all the style distribution in advanced concept, but this is how all you need to understand is the syntax. Okay, the selector, what selector, where you want to apply, what you want to change, and how you want to change, right? Where you want to change, what you want to change, and then how you want to change. Okay, this is what you have to understand. So this will be comprised as a separate style sheet, and that can be applied to the whole website. What you're going to do, that particular style sheet is going to get linked here in the head tag. Inside the head tag, you will create a tag, separate tag called link. Inside the link, you will add this particular text file, what you have concluded, all the styles, all those, that particular file is going to get linked in that with the particular web page using the link tag, which will be there in the head tag. Okay, so by using this link tag, by specifying this attribute, then you will simply link that style description to the web page. Okay, so you're completely separating your style with your content. Okay, so that's what I explained in the previous video. And you can see, as in the internal CSS, that is embedded CSS, you will specify where you want to change, what you want to change, how you want to change. All those things will be specified in a text file, and that text file is going to get linked in your HTML, in the head tag of the HTML using the link tag. Okay, so that you have the flexibility of just adding the link to as many pages as you want. You can simply add this particular line in your web pages, in the head tag of your web pages, so that the particular style will be applied to different pages like index page, contact page, register, how many pages you have, that particular style could be applied. So if you say the body of the background color is this color and the font color is black, then that particular style will be applied to all the content, all the body of index page, contact page, and register page. Okay, so single coding that will be applied to all the pages. So this is the advantage of external CSS. So to conclude, I'm just concluding all those things here. Internal CSS, inline CSS, internal CSS, and external CSS. External CSS. So inline CSS for HTML element, single element, HTML element, single HTML element. And internal CSS for single web page. And external CSS for whole website. Okay. Inline CSS will be applied as style attribute. Internal CSS will be applied through style tag, which will be added in head tag of a web page. And external CSS will be added in a head tag using this link tag. You will link the particular file using href attribute, like how you will link the normal A tags, all those stuff. Okay. What else you need to know? Yeah, so this is the main criteria that you have to understand. Where you want to apply and how the style is going to get applied. Okay, see you in the next video.